My dear viewers, hello and welcome to a new episode of our program Cultural Magazine, during which we're going to bring you the latest cultural events that are taking place in Egypt. Please stay tuned.
The Biblioteca Alexandrina is organizing the 16th session of its International Book Fair this week in cooperation with the Egyptian General Book Authority and the Egyptian and Arab Publishers Union, and with the participation of a large number of Egyptian and Arab publishing houses. Dr. Mustafa Al-Fiqi, director of the Library of Alexandria, had invited members of the Publishers Union to participate in the exhibition organized by the library annually, in which major Egyptian and Arab publishing houses take part. About 100 Egyptian and Arab publishing houses participated in the previous session only inside the library, in addition to the establishment of about 10 cultural events on the sidelines of the exhibition. It is noteworthy that the exhibition comes this year amid exceptional circumstances, and the library management decided in this regard to conduct the activities of the cultural program for this session through digital interaction due to the library's keenness on community safety and its commitment to health precautions. This year's cultural program deals with a number of different seminars and meetings with thinkers and intellectuals from Egypt and the Arab world. The Biblioteca Alexandrina, or the Library of Alexandria, is a major library and cultural center on the shores of the Mediterranean Sea in the Egyptian city of Alexandria. It is both a commemoration of the Library of Alexandria that was lost in antiquity. The idea of reviving the old library dates back to 1974, when a committee set up by the Alexandria University selected a plot of land for its new library. UNESCO was also quick to embrace the concept of endowing the Mediterranean region with a center of cultural and scientific excellence. This initiative by the Egyptian government, UNESCO, and Alexandria University was undertaken with the aim of re-establishing Alexandria as one of the great intellectual and cultural centers of the 21st century. The gift makes the Biblioteca Alexandrina the 6th largest Francophone library in the world. The youngest Egyptian singer at Opera Vienna takes part with the stars of the Cairo Opera Ensemble in 2 concerts at El Gomhoureya Theater. The Cairo Opera Ensemble Troupe, under the supervision of its artistic director, Dr. Iman Mustafa, hosts Mariam Tahoun, who is considered the youngest Egyptian singer at the Vienna Opera in Austria. The Opera House has organized 2 concerts with the participation of the string orchestra led by Maestro Mohammad Wahidi, along with the troupe members, and it is directed by Dr. Abdullah Saad. The program includes a selection of the most famous Disney songs and international musicals, including The Phantom of the Opera, The Rhodes, I Can Dance All Night, Take Me to the Moon, History of Love, The Stars, A Whole New World, together with many more works. It is worth noting that the Cairo Opera Troupe was officially formed in 1964 and presented many of the most famous international operas, and its repertoire includes more than 32 famous opera novels. The troupe stars participated in huge performances on the largest theaters in the world and succeeded in forming a fan base interested in opera singing as one of the finest forms of the arts. Minister of Culture Dr. Ines Abdedaim inaugurated the activities of the 42nd session of the General Exhibition entitled Art in the Memory of the Nation, organized by the Fine Arts sector headed by Dr. Khalid Surur in the halls of the Arts Palaces. The opening of the exhibition was attended by a group of plastic artists, critics, and interested parties, as well as officials in the sector. The minister said that the general exhibition is the most prominent event on the map of specialized artistic events, as it is a forum for the convergence of generations and an important occasion that sheds light on the unique Egyptian plastic art phenomena. She pointed out that it is an integral part of Egyptian culture that reflects how plastic arts play a role in forming the personality, developing skills, and upgrading the conscience, stressing its role in spreading awareness of visual culture and rejecting ugliness and distortion among members of society. Dr. Khalid Surur said that this general exhibition is the most important event in monitoring the Egyptian cultural scene that expresses the hopes, aspirations, and spirits of the Egyptian people. These types of events reflect the leading Egyptian role in the different arts since ancient times. She added that through the exhibit, artists prove their abilities to present unique creative works in exceptional circumstances, indicating that it represents an artistic arena for experiences. It is worth noting that the 42nd session of the public exhibition honors 4 artists who are Muhyiddin Hussein, the names of the late artists Sabri Abdel Ghani, Sameh Al-Banani, and Ahmed Gad. The exhibit comprises 287 artists taking part in the event, with some 353 artworks that embody many creative fields and artistic trends in various branches of fine art. The exhibit includes different types of arts in this field, such as photography, ceramics, sculpture, graphics, video art, wall painting graphics, and installation in space.
The camera of our program is always going after the cultural events that are taking place in Egypt. Please stay tuned.
Within the framework of the celebration of India's 75th Independence Day, the Maulana Azad Center for Indian Culture in Cairo, affiliated to the Embassy of India, is organizing a celebration. On this occasion, the center holds a national Indian song competition and an exhibition of paintings for the participants in the competition entitled India at its 75th Anniversary. His Excellency the Ambassador of India, Ajit Gupta, along with participants in the competition and embassy officials, attended the event.
Well, Independence Day on 15th of August is always a very special occasion for India because we got freedom from British, and the British ruled India for almost 200 years. So it's a very important occasion for us to remember the sacrifices made by our forefathers, by the leaders of our freedom movement, who achieved independence through non-violent and peaceful means, and they set a model for many other developing countries around the world to similarly follow a path of peaceful non-violence, and this inspired many freedom movements in Asia and Africa to eschew the path of violence. Well, in New Delhi we of course have a formal function where the Prime Minister unfurls the tricolour from the historic Red Fort and gives a speech to the people of India. But all over the country, in state capitals and also in smaller capitals, there is usually unfurling of the flag by dignitaries, by governors, chief ministers, or whoever is a dignitary, and also some cultural programs where patriotic songs are sung. It's a time to remember the sacrifices made by our soldiers in defending the country, by our police forces, and also now with the COVID-19 pandemic to remember the sacrifices made by doctors and health workers. What we are doing is we have our Prime Minister has said that to celebrate the 75th anniversary, we will call it Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And under this we are organizing various activities. So today we have organized a painting competition mainly by children and youngsters to showcase what they feel is important for independence, and we'll be giving some prizes. And this evening we'll also be having a patriotic songs competition. And I know that Bollywood is very popular in Egypt, so I'm sure you will enjoy it. Well, for the painting competition, we have some Egyptian judges because I don't think I have too many talented Indian artists here. And the songs, we have some Indians who will be selecting.
अपने इस चमन को स्वर्ग हम बनाएंगे, कोना कोना अपने देश का सजाएंगे। जश्न होगा जिंदगी का, होंगे सब मगन, होंगे सब मगन। इसके वास्ते निज़ार है मेरा तन, मेरा मन। ऐ वतन, ऐ वतन, ऐ वतन, जाने मन, जाने मन, जाने मन। ऐ वतन, ऐ वतन, ऐ वतन, जाने मन, जाने मन, जाने मन। मेरा मुल्क, मेरा देश, मेरा ये वतन, शांति का, उन्नति का, प्यार का चमन। मेरा मुल्क, मेरा देश, मेरा ये वतन, शांति का, उन्नति का, प्यार का चमन। इसके वास्ते निज़ार है मेरा तन, मेरा मन।
Basically, I'm a trained Indian classical singer, and then I sing light classical music also. Basically Indian, but I sing English songs also. It's great. I loved Egypt. I moved to Egypt from Bombay in 2014, and yeah, I loved it, and I love the people. I love the place. Everything of Egypt is. I just love it, and the people, everything over here, and it was been a very good stay for us for the last 7 years. Especially the people are more or less similar to what we have in India. Like if you consider the structure and the people, the faces and everything, like not in language and music is different, but the people are very genuine, very honest, and I like their culture, and they're very obedient and very soft speaking, and I have many Egyptian friends, and very nice people. Very interacting with them is very nice. So I don't have any problem in staying in Egypt. I didn't face any problem anywhere in these 7 years. I just don't remember. I love her song very much. Even I am big fan of Amr Daib. I love his songs, and I listen to Nile FM when I'm driving, and some of the songs are really very good. And There's a, I think you will be knowing like Nesma Mahgoub. She's a very famous Egyptian singer, and I happen to be I got an opportunity to sing with her. She's an amazing singer, and I sang with her in 2-3 shows, and they are a very group of talented singers. And yes, of course, I don't remember the name of that lady, but she's an amazing singer. I got to know her through Facebook, and I did interaction. I thought that I will also like. It's similar. The song which she sings is very similar to what we have in Indian classical music.
गुलशने हिंद को शोलों से बचाना होगा गुलशने हिंद को शोलों से बचाना होगा गुलशने हिंद को गुलशने हिंद को शोलों से बचाना होगा आतिशे बुग़्ज़ व अदावत को मिटाना होगा आतिशे बुग़्ज़ व अदावत को मिटाना होगा गुलशने हिंद को शोलों से बचाना होगा
I participated in both the drawing competition and the singing competition, and the reason I participated is my big love for India. First, it was through movies, then reading, and then when I joined Maulana Azad Center and I knew about the culture more, and I joined and participated in more competitions, not only this. So that's why my love for India is always growing bigger and bigger. I think when I was 7, and only from movies, like I always listened to the songs and watched the dances, so I learned, I teach it myself. I taught myself. Yeah, my best friend is Indian. I know her from the embassy.
I'm Chahek Das, and I live in Egypt, and I am studying in school right now. Well, I've been painting since I was a very young child, and I've just been doing it since young, and my mom, helped me to get better and gave me classes, and I've just been doing it, and I've just loved doing it since forever. Well, I have been, doing it for a while, so I've been experimenting with my different styles, and I usually do very realistic styles, and I would try to, my thing is to make things look very realistic, or they come out of the paper, kind of like that. That painting is kind of showing how before freedom, how it used to be. That's the part in the front, that part is one of the movements that happened during before independence, and behind the wall there's a tree, which is that after freedom, after we got freedom from the British, that's how we are now all united and in one tree. Even though we are spread apart, but we are still as one. It's amazing. I really like the people and the culture here, and it's just really beautiful.
Have a target, of course, the pandemic.
The Indian Embassy in Cairo celebrates 75 years of independence. On this occasion, the Maulana Azad Cultural Center holds a song and painting competition. This Sabiri Gindi at the India House in Cairo.
We are still with you, and we are still with our segments in the cultural magazine, so stay tuned.
Under the patronage of Dr. Ines Abdeldaim, Minister of Culture, Ilhanagir Arts Center Square Theatre is preparing for the launch of the activities of the Summer of the Culture Production Sector program organized by the Culture Production Affairs Sector, headed by Dr. Khalid Galali.
My name is Noor Akhiari. I'm the leader of Indonesian group. We're so happy to be able to participate in this important festival, the Festival of Drums and Traditional Music. And it's a pleasure to be here in Egypt, especially in this during pandemic. It's very important for us to participate in this international event. Sure, this festival is very special, and I can say this is one of the most important festivals in the world, which a lot of countries are participating in this event, important event. And this is very special also because during the pandemic, Corona pandemic right now, it's quite hard to gather a lot of groups from different countries, but Egypt is capable of making that possible. Sure, the audience is the most important thing, okay? And we're so happy because during the pandemic, people are coming and people are willing to enjoy the music, to enjoy the festival itself. People are willing to see something new because during past years, everybody are, willing to see a music and everything was not possible, but I'm happy because the festival is finally back again, and people can come to see the festival, and it's just wonderful.
Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program Culture Magazine. I hope you've enjoyed being with me. Please wait for me in the next episode. Until then, it's goodbye.